Good morning. We've just arrived in a prefecture of Japan called Shiga, and we have rented out a car for a couple of days and we're going to go road trip through the Japanese countryside. We hired the car from Otsu station, which is literally 2 train stops away from Kyoto station, so super convenient. And we went with Nico Rent-A-Car because they have a petrol station attached to the car rental, so when we return it tomorrow we can just fill up right there, which is super convenient. Anyway, let's head to our first destination. Ukimido refers to the floating temple hall that can be found at Mangetsuji Temple in Shiga Prefecture. It floats above Lake Biwa, the largest lake in Japan. You might have seen it floating around on social media, and leading up to this I'd only seen pictures of it on a sunny day, but I reckon it looks alright on a cloudy day too. Over 1,000 years ago, a monk called Genshin from the nearby Mt Hakodate saw a suspicious light coming from Lake Biwa. When he went to investigate, he scooped up a golden Buddha statue. In memorial of this, he carved 1,000 Buddha statues and created the Ukimido to house them in the middle of the lake. My favourite part has got to be this tree, held up by the wooden stilts. Apparently this tree is 600 years old, which is insane. It costs 300 yen for entry onto the temple grounds, and as you can see there's not many people. It's totally worth it. Even if it's not a perfectly sunny day, it's absolutely beautiful. The views and the serenity are insane. Okay, we're on our way to an area of Shiga called do you know what it's called? Okay, we are now on our way to an area of Shiga called Omi-Hachiman. So great, we're on our way to an area of Shiga called Omi-Hachiman. It takes about 30 minutes from here, so I have some snacks. We stopped by 7-Eleven before and I got this maple flavoured chocolate, and this is called wasabi, but it's squid. So it's wasabi and beef flavoured squid. Let's try. Speaking of beef. Oh, that smells really interesting. It's like this. That's pretty good actually. Yeah, it's not bad. It doesn't really taste like beef. It doesn't really taste like squid. Plain is still best. Grab. But all this time I'm hoping for a sunny day. called Chalet Mizugahama. It's a chalet literally on the bank of Lake Biwa. It's absolutely beautiful. You get these seats facing into the lake. It's so pretty. Shot Mont Blanc, toasty, and a couple of iced coffees with this view. Apparently this place has geese that you can feed. Just below the chalet, Kay spotted a group of? Hang on. A gaggle of geese. I don't know what geese are normally like in Japan, but where I'm from, they're like a meter tall, and as soon as you turn your back on them, they rush at you and try and attack you. It's just unnecessarily stressful. According to a member of staff tending to the garden, these geese are docile, so Kate convinced me it would be a good idea to feed them. Oh. Okay. It's so cute. Very cute. Just do it.
Ooh.
Stop running away. Come back.
Oswari.
I made a friend.
What's his name?
Gary.
Gary-chan. Oh, 返事した。Gary now.
That was super fun. We had a lunch just up there, and then just down here, you can feed the geese. They're so cute. They're not aggressive at all. Please note that the reason they are not aggressive is because they are, in fact, ducks. So this beautiful street that we're walking on is called Shinmachi-dori in Omi-Hachiman. This part was an old merchant's town, and a lot of the buildings have been preserved. But what's really surprising is how quiet it is. It literally feels like you've taken a step back in time to an old Japanese town. It's so, so pretty. So according to the sign that I just read up there, this used to be the moat for a castle that existed here. And then obviously once the castle period ended, it was no longer being used. However, the citizens of this local area fought for it to come back, and they turned it into this gorgeous canal that you can see here now. And now it's a really big tourist attraction in the area. It's very clean, it doesn't smell at all, and you can take a boat ride along the canal as well, which is really cute. It's quite popular in the cherry blossom season and during autumn, I believe. Oh my god, come check this out. We were just walking along the canal when we spotted this. Set the paper and take the stamp. We'd seen one of these on Instagram recently and it got us super excited. It's basically a stamp. However, we'll find out. Each location only gives you one component of an image. To complete the image, you have to go to all 6 stamp locations, if you know where they are. I mean, surely if we just keep walking around, we'll run into them, right? Haven't found any stamps yet, but look what I did find. There's another one. There's so many painters. It's so cool. There's quite a lot of street food vendors around here with some really tasty food. We just had a couple of lovely Omi beef croquettes, so that's the local beef here that Shiga is famous for. But just something to note, we realised that there are a lot of shops that are closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So just note that if you're coming then. In the center of all the tourist attractions is where you can jump on a canal boat cruise. They're 35 minutes return and cost 1,500 yen per person. The scenery is beautiful even outside of autumn and springtime, but my favorite part of the view was the doggies sitting at the front of the boat. They each had their own unique personalities. One of them was the goodest boy, just sitting patiently and enjoying the ride. One of them probably had no thoughts going on in his brain. Another one was more interested in the people on the boat rather than the surrounding scenery. And the other one was just trying to get in the water the whole time. For the first half of the boat ride, there was pre-recorded Japanese audio explaining the historical landmarks along the cruise. And then after we U-turned back, we had a quiet, very relaxing ride back. Let's go find those stamps. We met this lovely couple that were also doing the stamp collecting scavenger hunt thing, and they told us that there's actually a map that you can use at the information center. Okay, we've picked up a map, so that should make things faster. There it is.
あ、でもみんな来る。
どこだったかな。お、深っ。
来ました。
これで終わりです。はい。
は
結果がわかります。絵の正体が。
わあ。
6箇所揃えばくじ引きをしていただいて。
あ、そうなんですか。知らなかった。
ちょっとずれてるやつが出てきた。
開けてみてください。何等
4等ですね。
4等。ティッシュペーパー、バスソルト、お菓子で、これはね、夫婦都市、親善都市で夫婦なんですけど、富士山。
すごいです
クリッ
ね。
プ。
クリップ。そうか。
じゃあこれにします。
4等。
おめでとうございます。まあお揃いで。
これがいいな。このデザインがいい。
千両箱。タイ米ですよ。
All of the stamps. This is what it's supposed to look like. A few of mine are a bit crooked, but we did it.
期間限定ですか。
期間限定。
これずっとやればいいのに。
Unfortunately, the reason that this stamp collecting scavenger hunt thing is only available for a limited amount of time is because they wouldn't be able to provide prizes at the end permanently. But I don't know, I had so much fun, I would happily do it again, even without any prize at the end. Would you do it? Let me know in the comments by writing "We love stamps" if you'd also be on board with seeing these around permanently. Prize or no prize? やばいこれ。やばいこれ。え？やばいこれ。So we've made it to La Collina Omihachiman, which, according to Google Maps, is a confectionery store. But oh my god, it's so much more. This is a whole garden theme park? I don't know. It's freaking huge. And it's covered in green, even on the roofs of the buildings. The main building, you walk in, the really like Instagrammable one is called the Balm Shop. So you buy baumkuchens there. But then each one of these places I think also sell different things, so we're gonna go check those out now. They're growing like different herbs here on their lawn at La Collina. I think one of these is ginger, I don't know which one's ginger. That's what Kay said. But yeah. Damn. don't know what the hell this is, but it's so futuristic. Right there. 無理か。Severely underestimated how much time we'd need here. There's so much to go through. I feel like we went through only like a quarter of it. And also we wanted to eat some baumkuchen in the cafe, but unfortunately all of the freshly baked ones are sold out. Got some souvenirs to eat at the hotel tonight, but definitely want to come back here because there's so much more to explore. Wow, the sky really came through at the end. That was so nice. We stayed here for like nearly 2 hours and it wasn't enough. Like, it's huge. But now it's 5:30 and we need to head to our hotel, which is in Otsu. Even the toilet has an insane view. Eh? ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。So downstairs at reception they told us that they upgraded our room. I didn't think they'd upgrade us to a whole apartment. This video is not sponsored. We did absolutely nothing to deserve this.
Do you know how to open it? Is it too expensive for you?
We were upgraded from a twin room to a whole suite on the 27th floor, which is bonkers. Prince Hotel, if you're watching this, thank you so much.
And this is for, you can use a QR code or some kind of app to check how busy the restaurant is downstairs. That's freaking cool.
But before we settle in for the night, we're heading to dinner. So Shiga Prefecture is famous for its omi beef, which is a type of wagyu. So tonight for dinner we've come to a Yakiniku restaurant serving omi beef. Kay is currently picking out the menu and it looks really good. I'm excited. Plate of 7 different types of beef. These are all different types of beef. Yum! That's so nice, that package. I'd never heard of baumkuchen before coming to Japan. Turns out it's a German cake that literally means tree cake because of the rings of the cake that resemble tree rings. But first we're trying this ankoro thing. We got this one because we wanted to see what gluten-free and dairy-free options they had available. These are just rice balls with red bean paste and olive oil that you drizzle on top. I've never had anything like this before. The rice balls and red bean paste was really nice, but honestly, the olive oil just makes me think of garden salad and I just couldn't get over that. We've got 2 in here. The baumkuchen, on the other hand, I'm obsessed with. Kay didn't like the sugar coating on the outside, but I thought it was just right. It absolutely melts in your mouth.
Good morning. It's our second day here in Shiga Prefecture, and I'm in a great mood this morning because I just woke up to the most amazing view. I'm literally speechless. This place is crazy. According to the weather forecast, it was supposed to be cloudy today, but the weather's come through. It's looking like it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. We're about to head up to breakfast on the 36th floor, I think, for a buffet breakfast, so that's super exciting. And then we're going to head off for the day. And then the bathroom view looks like this, which is crazy. That was such a nice experience. What a lovely hotel. I wish we could have stayed more than one night. Would have been nice to just enjoy that view for a little bit longer. But on to the next place. I was a little bit nervous getting behind the wheel just because I haven't driven around Japan that much yet, but it was honestly so fine. There was not that many people on the road and the scenery was insane. But if going on a Japanese road trip is on your bucket list and it's something you'd like me to go into more detail on, like how to go about getting a license or renting a car, etc., let me know in the comments.
When I'm with you,
We just made it to the top of Mt Hakodate, or Hakodate Yama. During winter this is a ski thing, but during summer it's like a huge field with flowers and activities and all kinds of displays and a cafe, I believe. But it's really cute here. There's so many flowers. Mt Hakodate is located within Takashima City. Takashima is known as the City of Rainbows because they experience so many of them. That's why there's so much rainbow stuff here. This rainbow curtain is made from a local specialty fabric called Takashima Chijimi. Oh my god, it is so nice here. We've just stopped to grab a refresher drink. Turned into a really lovely day. It's about maybe 25 degrees and sunny with scattered clouds, and there's a gorgeous breeze blowing through, so it's like perfect weather. I can imagine it gets quite hot here during summer because there's not that much shade apart from like the cafes like this. Right now it's the middle of October. Beautiful. Heaps of space for kids to play, and you can bring your dogs here. It's so cute. So there's heaps of dogs getting photo shoots. Parking is 1,000 yen, and then you hop on a gondola to come up to the mountain. Before you do, you pay a ticket, which is 2,500 yen per person. So that's 6,000 yen in total to come here. Oh yeah, some important information because the weather really plays a role in how much you enjoy this experience up here. If you go on the website, which you can access through Google Maps, they update it pretty regularly with the weather forecast and like whether it's open, etc. And I think it closes from like mid-November or something like that in preparation for ski season. There's also a ski lift you can take to an even higher area that has one of those super cool giant swings. In total, I think we spent about 3 hours here, but they have a restaurant and cafes available, so you could spend all day here if you wanted to.
been super fun, but I'm starving, so we're gonna go get some lunch. One of my dreams is to do a road trip across all of Japan. So this being the first road trip that we have done was like a taste of what's to come. A slice of heaven, if you will. But we barely scratched the surface of what Shiga has to offer. The prefecture is huge. And there were so many things that we wanted to do that we just didn't have time for on a 2-day road trip. But I think what surprised me the most was just how green some of Japan is. When you live in a big city like Osaka, like I have been doing for the past year, you get this impression that Japan is just skyrise after skyrise and narrow streets. And don't get me wrong, I love those. But sometimes you just miss the greenery. And so coming to a place like this just reminds me that most of Japan is lush and mountainous and beautiful, and there's so much to explore. But yeah, until I do get to live out my dream of a whole of Japan road trip, I am taking requests and recommendations for smaller road trips, whether that's in the Kansai region or anywhere in Japan. If you have any recommendations, chuck them down below. This is the Shirahige Shrine here, but it's a bit of an awkward location. It looks really nice, but there's a really busy... This was definitely one of those Instagram versus reality moments. There is a viewing deck you can climb up onto to get a view of the Torii Gate, but it's not very relaxing because there's a literal highway running between the shrine and the Torii Gates. There's also no dedicated crosswalk to get to the other side of the highway. There's a sign saying don't cross here. I don't know if this is a new installation or not, but if you are coming here, just be very careful. We've been driving this hybrid for 2 days now on this road trip, and it's barely used any petrol. I don't know how that works, but it's really cool. Look at this sign! We just dropped off the rental car and we're walking back to Otsu station where this all began. It was a really good experience with that rental car company. It's called Nico Rent-A-Car, and the hybrid car was really good as well. We only used up 1 bar on the fuel meter, so it ended up being really cheap, so that was a bit of a win. 2 days was not enough. We only explored a tiny bit of Shiga Prefecture, so we did around Omi-Hachiman area on the first day, and then the northwestern side of the Biwa Lake around Takashima City, and there's so much more to do, so definitely want to come back for a part 2. But yeah, it was super fun. If you're still watching, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the vlog. See you next time. Bye.